Let us talk about lifestyle change, because this is one of the biggest difficulties for people as regards to what happens when finances change. Yes, when lifestyle changes, there is a lot that happens. Of course, lifestyle changes because of three primary reasons. The first one is by force. You lose out on employment, you lose out on business, your income is affected significantly, and so you have to change your lifestyle. Lifestyle being what you are used to enjoying, where you live, where you take your children to school, what you eat, the friends that you make, and where you hang out. When that changes because of force, is when you lose an income and cannot be able to sustain it. The second reason is by desire. And that is what I want most people to be able to change their lifestyle because of. By desire is where you alter your lifestyle by choice so that you can be able to fit in savings, investment, and financial growth to the income that you already have, so that you can have future income, so that you can be able to start a business, so that you can be able to grow your wealth, and so that you can be able to set yourself financially for life. Then the third reason is by retirement. By retirement is when you have reached the legal age of retirement, and for employed people, you have to leave the workforce. So that one is something that you can be able to see. You cannot be able to hide from it, and should be able to plan for it. That's why we always talk about retirement planning. When you can't be able to work or generate as much income in physical, when you are physically able to, what do? You are maybe able to earn a little bit more. That is where retirement savings and social benefits come in. But sometimes they are not enough. So you have to plan effectively for that change in income with your lifestyle change. Lifestyle change can be difficult because if especially it is because of retirement has forced you into lifestyle change, or you are forced because of financial incomes that have been affected, then a lot of things happen, and we're going to talk about these things. The first thing is friends depart. Unfortunately, there are people who are around you because of the places that you go. They are around you because of the money that you have and the opportunities you can be able to provide for them. Unfortunately, people are selfish in nature, and out of 100 friends, more than half will probably be there because of what you can be able to offer them, what they can be able to enjoy from you. I know of a story of a guy who was always hosting parties every other weekend, a famous Kenyan sportsman, always hosting events every other weekend in his Kileleshwa home, with a lot of space, a lot of roast meat, a lot of beer, a lot of good times and music. And a lot of people would come in. But when his financial circumstances changed, he realized most of them were there because of what they could get from him. And many of them departed. The guy not only lost his income, but he lost his friends in a flash flood. So friends will depart when your lifestyle changes. Even when you do it by choice, when you choose to do less of the social activities that are using your money, you start losing on friends who were hanging out in certain establishments that you have come to see are not good for your lifestyle. So friends will eventually go. When you retire, the people you used to hang out with, you may no longer be able to hang out with them, because they are in a certain trajectory, and they might see you as somebody who is bothersome, somebody who is just there to get from them instead of giving unto them. So friends will depart. Then the other thing is family will ignore you when your circumstances change, and especially in an African setting, the people who speak the most in family gatherings, whose word is held strongly, are the people who give the most. Unfortunately, that is the case. The people who have the financial muscle and the people who look like they have it together, and looking like you have it together, are people who have shiny things, who have wonderful things that can be quantified physically. Those are the people who will have the majority of say. And if you are the one who was having the majority of say and your financial circumstances change, please expect that family will ignore you. In fact, if you are sitting and being served food and a lot of things in family gatherings, this time round you'll be told to go and cook, you'll be told to go and fetch firewood, you'll be told to do other things for other people because you're now financially relevant. And that happens especially in our African settings. The other thing is titles will vanish. Yes, there are people who give you titles based on who you are. Even honorary graduates are given because they are known. If they are known, have you ever heard of an unknown person being given an honorary doctorate, a honorary degree? They are not given. Why? Because they give to established people. In fact, it is unfortunate that even in some religious organizations and in some social organizations and groups and clubs, you are given a title based on your financial muscle. He has a car, he has a family, he has investments, his children go to this school. Let us give him a title. Let him become an elder. Let him become a chairman. Let him become a treasurer. He's a man of means. Unfortunately, even our own people elect people because they have money. I remember one time there was a broke person who was looking for a position as an MC, and I remember people saying that you cannot give him money because he is nobody. So even those titles vanish because you don't have much. So expect those titles to vanish. Then the other thing is your kids are going to struggle to adjust. I know of somebody who lost a lucrative job, a wonderful UN type kind of job that was paying well and paying good money. And they had to move from a palatial home to a place called Viongo. If you know Viongo, that is just near Mountain View, just above there. Just imagine living from Mountain View and living on the periphery of Mountain View, where you see where you used to live to now where your circumstances are. The child was traumatized. In fact, they had to change schools, and the new school was not as sanitary and as clean as they expected. This child would hold their poo and their susu and their urine for the whole day because they were afraid of going to the toilets in this public school. Your children will be traumatized. Another one, the child could not be able to adjust because they had started to use public means. They were always used to being ferried and chauffeured around by private cars. If their parents were not driving their luxury cars, they had drivers and chauffeurs to drop them in school and in all the activities that they were doing. So public transport was unheard of. Sitting next to a person that you do not know. These children could not fathom that change, and children take time to struggle. So that is going to happen. The other thing is spouses may actually go because some of them came because they saw your financial muscle, and your financial muscle is no longer working. It's like they feel like they have a raw deal. What they expected plus what they receive is different. So there's a lot of strain on relationships, especially if you started showing them wealth when you started dating them. So they know you as this financially well-off person and you are no longer that person. So there's a lot of strain in finances, in families, because there's also this expectations of spouses. Separation starts, divorce proceedings start, things like that happen because of lifestyle change. Then the other thing is social pressure. There are beautiful things that happen. Then this one is social pressure disappears. You're no longer called for harambes and social contributions. You're no longer expected to contribute a lot more and educate your brothers, cousins, children. You are not expected to be able to generate, to support as much more. So that is a good thing because now the social pressure disappears. Then the other thing is you yourself will struggle with acceptance. Not only will your children and spouses struggle with acceptance, even you yourself will struggle with acceptance because you are used to being this person who would always have people salute you. Yes, boss. The guards in every location would open doors for you because of who you look like. But now you are somebody who looks less significant. Do you know men especially struggle when they go into retirement when they realize that all that they were enjoying was a result of wealth privilege? There's something called wealth privilege where you are so secluded from real life because of the money you have, because certain things happen for you because you have this income, you have this position, you have this money, or you look like you have this money. So certain privileges disappear and men enter into retirement and cannot be able to live in the townhouses that they lived in the city and have to move in the village. And this men struggle. In fact, majority may not even be able to live long because everything changes. They were used to having newspapers, they were used to having doors opened for them, they're used to fueling their luxury cars, they're used to having a sort of relevance, used to go to golf clubs and things like that. And when these things disappear, the lifestyle change is significantly enough to cause them to be able to even enter into depression. So you will struggle with acceptance, especially when this lifestyle change is abrupt or retirement is unplanned for and affects you in an instance. Of course, there are things you can be able to do to be able to ensure that these things don't affect you, because lifestyle will change whether you like it or not. Whether you have planned for it or not, lifestyle will change at some point. There's of course something we need to talk about, and that is lifestyle inflation, where you change your lifestyle to match with your income. And that is the downfall of most middle income homes, where you earn 5% more, you want to move and pay rent 5% more rent, 5% more school fees, 5% more of this. So no sooner are you making more, are you spending more? You end up in a situation where you are used to a certain high lifestyle, even though your income may now no longer grow as much. And remember, because of inflation, you will always be teetering between having a negative or a positive in your bank account. You will be forced to have credit cards to meet emergency expenses because you do not have any slight expenses or excesses to be able to take advantage of an emergency that comes just like that. So ensure friends that lifestyle change does not affect you. The first thing you can be able to do is ensure that you're living way below your means. Save and invest up to 50% or more of your income. Yes, it is possible. People do it. So this means that you will probably look poorer than the average person who earns like you, but you will live in an area, you will educate your children in a school, you will be able to have a car that is less than what your peers earning the same amount will do. This will ensure that you have money that is going towards investments and saving, and as your wealth increases, as your passive income increases, you can be able to adjust your lifestyle. And even if your income at some point disappears like that, the incomes that you are making will be able to sustain your lifestyle, because remember, your lifestyle is below your earning capacity. Your children will have less struggle to adjust because they're already used to a modest lifestyle. Your spouse will be used to a modest lifestyle. So even when you lose your income, the wealth that you have created and the passive incomes that you have generated will ensure that you have a smoother transition. You're already used to living with a budget, so you will still be able to move with a budget. And if your income is half what you are earning, you will slightly be able to adjust. But if you lose your income and you are living a high lifestyle, high standards, new clothes, fancy shoes, new cars, all these things, your lifestyle will cause you to struggle. So ensure that you're not subject to lifestyle changes, but you subject your lifestyle to your investment plans and investment goals. This ensures that you will always be ahead of the pack as regards to saving investments. You will be financially safe. You will be financially secure. And ultimately, eventually, you will be financially independent. So whether income changes, whether you lose a job, you will still have income that will be able to sustain your lifestyle. A lot of people, according to the Retirement Benefits Authority in Kenya, more than 70% of people will actually retire being inadequately saved for retirement. In fact, some will have even 30% or less of their last payment check coming in monthly payments in retirement. Just imagine having to adjust your life less by 70%. That is a shock if you do not have any passive income sources. My wish is that you not only live, but you live well, that you do not struggle, but you thrive. Majority of people will not be able to make a lot of money, but majority of people can be able to save, invest, and grow having a modest lifestyle to be able to ensure that they are financially safe, financially secure, and ultimately financially independent. Don't let lifestyle affect you, and don't wait until lifestyle change shocks you, because a lot of people wait to be shocked by lifestyle. Do not wait for your employer to shock you into an employment and then you start crying and struggling and crying to your parents and your siblings. Ensure that you plan effectively in advance. In fact, the more conservative you are, the better, because if you are able to sustain an income significantly and grow your income significantly, and your lifestyle is still maintained at the same level and still even more modest, you'll be able to generate wealth significantly. There are people who earn modest incomes and grow great wealth, and when they die, people struggle to understand how such a person had millions of investments and millions of money, simply because their lifestyles and their financial plans were well thought through and taken care of. I hope that you're learning, you're growing, and becoming better in your financial affairs. Remember, leave a comment in the comment section, like this video, and let me know that you're listening and you are learning. Thank you and enjoy your day.